Welcome students. Today's class is the continuations of the previous class subject verb agreement. Today I would like to teach you subject verb agreement 2, as I have already told you. Before going to the rule number 8, I would like to say regarding this, I have to recapitulate some of the points, some of the rules for your better understanding, and I would like to add something in this regard. You know, when the two subjects are joined by either or, neither nor, then you know verb that agrees with the closest, and subject agrees with the closest to this one. Example, either he or she is doing this work. Similarly, neither he nor I am doing this work. So in this case, I is the closest, that's why I am. But in this respect, I have told you that in this case, either or neither one agrees with the closest one. But one of the another rules regarding this, that is rules of placing the subject in different persons. What order you have to follow? In this case, I like to remind you or make you tell that it will be followed by that very formula 2, 3, 1. That's second person comes first, then the third person, and then the second person comes first, then third person, and finally first person. Example, second person you, he, and I am watching the TV serial. But here you just see I is the closest one, that's why I am. So rule of placing the subjects in different person is as such, that is second person comes, then the third person, then the first person. 2, 3, 1 rule theory. But when it will be in a negative things, some things that are related to the negative word, then it will be the reverse. How? It will be 1, 3, 2. First person, third person, and second person. In the first case, it is 2, 3, 1. If the examples is, that is called I, he, and you know 1, 3, 2. That is you are doing this mischief work. So this is the basic rules. Many a time, you the students are getting confused of placing the subjects in different person. But this is the prominent rule regarding this subject verb agreement, and that you have to remember also. And I have told you in the uses of many a means many times, and in this case many a flowers or many a rose, that is born to blush unseen, you know. But in this case singularly treated, because many a refers to many times. But this case it will take plural verb. Which case? A good many, lot many. In this case, too many. In this case also, that rules will be treated as well. Let's say too many cooks spoil the broth. So too many cooks spoil the broth. In this case, plural verb. It will be not spoils, but spoil. Great many people. It will be are. Great many people are present today. So great many, lot many. In this case, just like many a takes singular verb, that is. In this case, it will be not followed. And another thing is, most cases you are getting confused of, so it will be clear from these lectures that all of and most of. In case of most of, generally we generally use, that is called uncountable one. Most of the people can be trusted. Most of the time I am not at home. So in this case, people regarded not separately but collectively, a unit. You know, we generally say much money. So you really get confused. In this case, money maybe, that is called countable. No, because money is here, that is called uncountable. When it will be rupees, coins, that will be taken as individually, then it will be countable. But money itself is uncountable. That's why, how much money do you require? Much is no use, generally uncountable amount, that is before money it will be much. So this case also people related to the treated as an uncountable one. But when it will be all are gold taken as a countable one. And all that glitters is not gold. So here this is related to the when it will be uncountable one, that will be taken as a singular noun. That is all that glitter is not gold. So this is the uses of all of and most of. Some students or maybe student guardians have asked me the questions how to use the all of or most of. So this is the befitting answer. I suppose I am successful in solving this problem and I have tried. Now I would like to proceed to rule number 8. That class I had given you lectures up to rule number 7. So rule number 8, if two singular nouns joined by and preceded by each or every, the verb used is singular. I repeat, if two singular nouns joined by and preceded by each or every, the verb used is singular. Preceded means that is used before. That is called verb. Every boy and girl was given a chocolate. Here, every boy, even if it is every girl, it does not matter that in case of boy and girl, that is every, that will be taken plural. No, it will be singularly treated. Similar cases, each and every child has done his work. Now I will proceed to rule number 9. Rule number 9. When two subjects are joined by not only but also, the verb agrees with the second subject in number and person. Please do follow with rapt attentions. Example, not only Darshan, but I am also responsible for the loss. Just you see, not only Darshan, but I am also responsible for the loss. What the rule states, when two subjects are joined by not only but also, the verb agrees with the second subject. Here the second subject is first person, that is I. So according to the rules, that verb agrees with the second subject. So here the second subject is I. So the verb will be am, not is, according to Darshan. So not only Darshan, but I am also responsible for the loss. This is rule number 9. Now I will proceed to rule number 10. Rule number 10, that is a collective noun takes a singular verb when the class it names is considered as a unit. This is the vital rules, because you know when collective nouns takes as a collectively and when separately. This is the two rules. Listen carefully. A collective noun, jury is finally complete. Here the jury is taken as, that is called unit, body, collectively, not separately. But the same things, when it will be separately, jury are divided in their opinion, then it will be are. Here the jury are divided means individual members of the jury. Jury is a, that is called governing judiciary board, and that is finally complete mean that taken as a unit. Similarly, another example is committee has taken a decisions. Here the committee taken as a collectively, not separately. It takes as an unit or as a unit. So here the committee refers to a single body. But the same things when that is called a committee are divided in their opinions, then it will be taken as a verb will be the plural. And another cases, here is a good number of boys. Here is a good number of boys on the field. Here the good number of boys, but good number of boys treated as a singular. But when that is called a good number of boys are playing on the ground, that means it is taken as a separately. Another examples in this regard, because this is very vital point, that is, what is the matter here? Just to see when it will be, in this case, regarding the case of great many, lot many, I've already told you, and similar is the case of when it will be taken as a collectively and will be taken as also separately. The staff has taken a decisions and staff are divided in their opinion. The individual members of the staff, that will be taken as separately. In this case of a number of or the number of, a number of taken as, that is called plural, but the number of that is used as, that is called singularly. Number of is specific, but a number of taken as separately. In case of a number of, it will be plural, and the number of it will be taken as singular. After the number of it will be is, a number of it will be are. Now I will proceed to rule number 11. And rule number 11, following nouns, though singular in form, always take a plural verb. Just you see, cattle, folk, majority, mankind, nobility, peasant, police, poultry, public, people. This following line, though singular in form, but take a plural verb. The cattle are grazing in our field. You know, the singular plural both is cattle, cattle. Police have arrested him. So it will be taken as a plural verb, and though singular in form. Now rule number 12, just you see, rule number 12. The following nouns which are plural in form but singular in meaning generally take a singular verb. Economics, physics, mathematics, wages, news, electronics. So this verb appears to be plural, but when it is used, then take a singular verb. Example, mathematics is an interesting subject. No news is good news. Wages of sin is death. Wages mean result, outcome. The wages, W-A-G-E-S. But it sounds like plural, but it will be taken as a verb, it will be singularly treated. Now rule number 13. Rule number 13 is as such, following nouns are plurals but have no singular form. Pants, socks, mums, and you know the blears, scissors, arms, that is called thanks, apes. My scissors are missing. So in this arms are given to beggar. So this will be taken, no singular form is plural. But in this case, when it will be a pair of, then it will be taken as singularly. When you have to say pair of scissors, and you know trousers, in case of a pair of trousers needs stitching. In this case of where it will be taken by pair of, then it will be taken as singular. Otherwise, generally that is called scissors, arms, all will be taken as, that is called plural, not singularly. This is rule number 13. Now proceed to rule number 14. Rule number 14, when a plural noun denotes a quality or quantity considered as a whole, the singular verb is used. When a plural noun denotes a quality or quantity considered as a whole, the singular verb is used. 5,000 rupees is not a bad salary. Here the 5,000 rupees is a group of words. It's taken as a subject. Group of words, that is phrase taken as a subject. So in this case, 5,000 rupees taken as a unit, as a unit, so it will be treated as singularly. So 5,000 rupees is not a bad salary. 20 kilometers is not a small distance. Similarly, so when the plural denotes a quality or group of words, that phrase considered as a whole, the singular verb is used. Now rule number 15. Rule number 15, when the subject is a relative pronoun, the verb must agree with the noun for which it is used. You listen carefully this. When the subject is a relative pronoun, the verb must agree with the noun for which it is used. Example, Nikhil is one of the brilliant boys who have taken the exam. Here already mentioned, not has. It is not the factor Nikhil, but you just see relative pronoun here. That is one of the brilliant boys. Who? Before who? The brilliant boys is there. And accordingly, verb will be treated. So it is not the matter of Nikhil, but a relative pronoun is one of the brilliant boys who have. So that's why according to the brilliant boys, it will be who have, not has. That is all about the rule 15. But before ending this class, I'd like to say that this knowledge and applications of subject-verb agreement as a whole, that will help a lot in learning English effectively, correctly, and it will help a lot in editing and in also omitting, which is also part of your syllabus, and also many of the, that is called competitive exams, you have to also do the corrections in easygoing way. And if you have any query regarding this, and finally I'd like to say that I suppose that I am successful that in clearing are discussing the matter of subject-verb agreement. That is the most important chapter of grammar, and this knowledge will help you a lot in learning English effectively and correctly. Thank you. All the best.